Texas weather discussion video for Wednesday, the 26th of September. I'm Donovan Neal. A strong cold front, the long awaited cold front, is actually moving through our area right now, which is bringing on some scattered showers and thunderstorms, which is causing heavy rain, frequent lightning, and gusty winds in some spots. And we'll maintain that chance throughout most of the morning through the early afternoon hours, and then we trend drier this afternoon, tomorrow, and even the weekend. So here's your upper air look across the nation this afternoon, this morning. You can see we have that big trough that's basically digging down in our central part of the United States. That upper high stays well to the east of the continental United States. This was the radar early this morning. You can see we have scattered showers and thunderstorms about for parts of the metro, just scattered showers and thunderstorms along with the cold front. You can see that these are very slow movers, with some places reporting around 3 inches or greater already from one singular storm. So these storms will have the potential to produce heavy rain, and of course you can see we have some lightning strikes and gusty winds at times. And here's the temperatures across the nation. You can see very sharp gradient with the temperatures along and north of the cold front. You can see in the mountainous regions they're already in the freezing levels, but down here we're still in the 70s. But with the cold front coming through, temperatures will be going the wrong way this morning and the afternoon. We'll start in the low 70s, but we'll eventually end up in the mid to upper 60s by the afternoon. We'll talk more about that. Here's the convective outlooks today. We have a standard slight risk in effect for parts of the northeastern United States. Big severe weather day there. And on day 2, we have once that front activity shifts to the south, we have a marginal risk for parts of the Carolinas, and I don't think that's anything related to the ghost of Florence. And on day 3, no organized severe weather is expected, although we will maintain a risk of thunderstorms for the southern part of the United States. Here's the rainfall for the next 7 days, followed through Wednesday of next week. Heavier totals remain near the Texas coast with that moisture affecting, and down here, amounts stay generally under half an inch of rain, with heavier totals down to the south. And let's move on, tropical fans. You can see we have Tropical Storm Kirk has regenerated, came back to life. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But you can see with the ghost of Florence, that's still meandering near the Carolina coast. That's expected to kick off northeast to the sea, away from land, as upper level winds are expected to rip that thing apart. And the ghost of and of course, with the ghost of the other wave, that has a 40% chance of developing within the next 48 hours. That's become post-tropical, but it's expected to regenerate past the 48-hour period. So we'll worry about that with time. But it's expected to just meander in the central Atlantic with no threat to the U.S. at all. But let's move on to Tropical Storm Kirk. That's still a tropical storm with maximum sustained winds at 45. It's expected to impact the Lesser Antilles as a tropical storm. You can see with tropical storm watches and warnings and then it will move into the Caribbean as a tropical depression, and then becomes post-tropical by early Sunday morning, as upper level winds strongly affect that system. So it remains to be seen whether or not this will impact the United States at all. So let's go on to the model output. This is the 06Z run of the GFS, followed this afternoon at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. You can see this is around 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. You can see that upper level trough still just to the north of us. Down here, that looks like a fairly wet early afternoon. You can, like I said before, temperatures will be going the wrong way today. Temperatures will start off obviously in the mid 70s right now, but we will eventually end up in the upper 60s or the mid 60s for some places. Like I said, we'll reach our morning high. Reach our high basically right now. But that looks like a fairly wet outlook for in terms of this morning and late morning in the early afternoon hours. We'll mention the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I say the best chance of one spot getting wet is in the 50-50 bracket, but then all of that activity dissipates by late afternoon, I think. But then here's the Thursday. That front activity shifts to the southeast, and we remain dry. We will bask in this cool air. Highs in the mid 70s with a mix of sun and clouds. On Friday, that front pretty much dissipates at that point. Highs will be in the low 80s. We'll maintain highs in the low 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. And here's Saturday as the weekend begins. I do think a good chunk of Saturday will stay dry, although most moisture tries to evac to the north. And I think, but a few scattered showers and thunderstorms won't hurt for our southern counties. Highs will be in our low 80s. And here's Sunday. You can see that moisture continues to stay just to the south of us. We'll mention a chance of a few isolated storms. Highs will be in the low 80s. And here's Monday, the first day of October. You can see that moisture still tries to come in here in North Texas. So we'll mention a chance, at least of a small chance of a shower of a spot getting wet. Highs will pretty much be in the low 80s. Same thing on Tuesday. And a week from today, Wednesday, the 3rd of October, you can see we still have that trough in the northern states, and we still have a ridge down here, and we stay dry with highs in the low 80s. Once again, a mix of sun and clouds. Here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Friday, the 5th of October, and you can see we have a very, very deep trough in the Great Lakes states, and down here we remain dry, but you can see that very, very deep trough could bring the first snows to the Great Lakes for the 2018 season, and that would be good in that area if that were to verify. We're just waiting for on our first in our first snows for DFW if we get any at all. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off the GFS ensemble, you can see highs are very consistent through the middle of October. Highs pretty much in the upper 70s to low 80s, and lows will stick in the low 60s to low 70s throughout the 15-day period. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. All more notes in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can catch your local TV stations on the air this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.